This week on Star Wars Conversation, Star Wars Episode 9 has the franchise's first black female second unit director. Disney released a shiny new UK poster for Solo. Star Wars Insider reveal conflicting story about Enfys Nest. And Star Wars Databank reveals new info on the Solo villain Dryden Vos. I'm Jay.
I'm Colin.
And this is Star Wars Conversations. How you doing, Colin?
Very good, thank you, my old compadre. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Enjoying the nice summer weather we've got this week.
Oh, it's been lovely, hasn't it?
That'll probably be it for the next few months. I think it's going to turn bad.
It's cold and raining in New York. Lovely and sunny here, though.
I know, it's really good.
Yeah,
and also there's been all kinds of new Star Wars Solo related stuff coming out this week, which has been cool.
There's been a lot of Solo stuff, isn't there?
Yeah, they're ramping up the
hype machine
for it now, aren't they?
Yeah, I enjoyed the two cast-ins on Star Wars show the other day. That was quite interesting.
Yeah, that was cool.
I'm not sure I like the young one. He's a bit weird, isn't he?
Why don't you like him?
Oh, I don't know. It seemed a bit weird.
What did he ever do to you? You can say that you don't like him if Solo's a load of crap. Because if it's not, you'll be like, hey, he's a really cool guy.
Well, they were making out that he was like this big shot. And I'm like, well, what's he done?
What's he done for me lately?
Yeah, what has he done?
Well, that's Lauren Kasdan's son.
I know, but what's he done? Lawrence Kasdan is awesome, but what about him?
Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what he's done, shall we?
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to be doing research during the show.
Well, you should have been prepared.
What,
you know, when the conversation with me, you should be prepared for anything, my friend.
That's right.
He did something to do with Force Awakens, apparently.
Well, he done a lot of writing on one of your favourite programmes.
What?
Dawson's Creek.
Oh.
Yes, you used to love that.
I've never seen it.
Oh.
I know the Dawson.
He's acted in. He's done a bit of directing, Californication. He's acted in a few different
So
series
he's done nothing.
here and there.
He's done nothing.
Yeah, he's done bits here and there. What else has he done?
He's not written a film like Empire Strikes Back, though, has he?
No, he hasn't. But you know what? He comes from good stock.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Anyway, good for him. Well done. Well done for being born.
He better make this damn thing good.
Yeah, you better add.
Or he's going to have you to deal with.
Well, yeah. I'm going to set the bounty hunters on his arse. Little buggers. Anyway, so that was good. I enjoyed Star Wars show. But then again, I love Star Wars show.
Why?
Because I love Andy.
You do, don't you?
I like the bloke as well. He's funny.
Oh, okay. I was saying, really? I didn't know you saw him that way.
Oh, you know. To get on the Star Wars show, I might.
Right.
Anyway, so tell me about your news then, all the Han Solo news.
Okay,
give me an overview of what I should be looking at, because there's a lot of noise on the Facebook group every day. There's about 1 million posts about Han Solo. So tell me,
actually,
what should I be looking at?
The first one's not about Han Solo; it's about Episode 9. So they've got the franchise's first black female second unit director, and her name is Victoria Mahoney.
So why is that a big deal? I mean, I know obviously it's a big deal because it's all white men in Star Wars, but what, in terms of that role, is that a big role?
Okay, so first, Ava DuVernay, the director, released that information on Twitter, and she's good friends with JJ, and she advised him quite a lot when he was doing Episode 7 as well. Although when asked, she was like, she doesn't want to do a Star Wars movie herself right now.
I remember because they were talking about possibly doing one, weren't they?
So firstly, I mean, the big part of it is that she's a female, and she's black. right?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
a bit
I get that's
more
a big deal.
diversity.
What about the role?
So
Is the job she's going to do a big deal or
right,
not?
well, it is. Yeah, the second unit director, they basically have a whole another crew. Yeah, and they do like all the supplementary footage. They do like establishing shots. They like will do stunts. They'll coordinate the stunts and stuff. There'll be loads of inserts and cutaways and stuff like that. So when you're watching,
Who was the second unit director of The Last Jedi?
oh, I don't know. Go and have a look.
Who was it for Force Awakens?
Go and have a look.
Who was it for Han Solo?
But
All I'm trying to make the point is that's
well,
not
no.
an important
It
role.
is an important role because if they
We
weren't
don't know who they
there,
are, though.
but if they weren't there when you watch the movie, because when you watch the movie, it's all cut together, right? So the work that they do, maybe the main director is working on a bigger scene, and at the same time, because they've got to fit their filming into a certain time frame, right? So they'll be off doing the other parts, and then that will be cut together to make the full picture. So it is very important.
Yeah, you can argue though that every single role involved in making a film is important. All I'm saying is there's no kudos behind being a second unit director, and in any other circumstance you wouldn't find out who that person
No,
is.
I guess not. But it's just because obviously they're adding some diversity to what they're doing there.
It's not enough, is it? You know what I mean? It seems tokenism, and it seems like, oh, well done, let's pat ourselves on the back.
But it's a step in the right
they've
direction.
not done anything what they should do anyway.
Yeah, they should do anyway, but they don't. Yeah. So the point is, it's a step in the right direction.
Well, it is. Well done, Star Wars. Well done, Kathy.
It is quite a good thing.
White woman.
Although, when you look at her roles in the past, she's worked on like some TV stuff, and then she's acted in stuff like she was in.
Has she worked on Dawson's Creek?
Maybe, I don't know.
It's probably how she got the job. Probably how she got the job. She knew Pete.
Yeah. But she's like acted in a load of other stuff, and she's had like little directing roles here and there. So I guess it's just like quite a big step for her career-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's going to know her name now.
Well, that's it. See, so and if she does good, then you might see her moving up to getting first unit director jobs and stuff.
And if she does bad, we can just blame JJ.
But exactly, and people will. That's the thing. Yeah. JJ will take all his stick for whatever happens.
He's going to get some stick, isn't he?
I think that he's going to struggle because you can never please everyone, right? So no matter what he does, there'll be people that love it, and there'll going to be people that just hate it. And
Jay, you please me
all the time, Colin.
Yeah.
Ah, good. That's good to know.
Keep it up.
I'll try to say, okay, let's have a look. Second unit director. Yeah, so I don't even know the name of the one. This is The Last Jedi I'm looking at. They're people I've never heard of.
See, I mean, and that's sort of my point. I'm not saying I really don't want to take away from this lady's achievement and what it does mean, because I understand what it means. It just feels, like it's a story where it's about patting yourself on the back for doing something that should happen anyway.
Well, actually, I don't think it was, because it wasn't Disney that announced it until Ava DuVernay put it out there herself off Twitter. Then Disney announced it after she'd done that.
So in a similar vein, right? I don't trust the media, because I was thinking about the other day, when oh god, the new Han and new Lando met the old Han and Lando.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was so obviously staged, wasn't it?
Oh, because
the fact that they were
having the window.
It was in the same week. Right? It was on the same day, and they were both in coffee shops in the windows.
Yeah.
And just like,
oh, yeah.
I was thinking about it. I don't know why I was thinking about it. Probably because I was watching Community. I was watching Mr. Glover being very funny, and I was just thinking that was so bloody forced. It was just like and because I was watching it perform, I think I was thinking about our discussion last week about
but
whether
it's all marketing, dude. That's all marketing. That's all the hype machine. That's what it's for. So yes, it is set up, but it is to get people talking. You're talking about our movie now already.
Podcast. I ain't got nothing else to talk about.
But people would be like, people start. You look on any of the websites that posted it, and then look at the comment sections, and people are saying stuff, and it's just getting people talking about the product, and that's what it's about.
What it's about.
It is set up, but that's what they want to do.
Another well done for Star Wars.
Yeah, they're very good at it.
They're good at it. They keep tricking me.
So, then...
Tell me about that poster thing.
Poster,
I haven't seen it.
Haven't you seen it?
No.
It looks like most other Star Wars posters, to be honest.
Are you going to bung it to me?
Sorry?
Bung it to me.
I'll send it over to you. But yeah, it's your standard Star Wars poster. It's got a
standard one.
A surprised-looking Han Solo pointing his gun, and you've got Chewie there underneath him. There you go. I'm going to send it over to you.
I love the surprise Han Solo face.
There you go. You have it now. So yeah,
What have we here?
It's you've got Lando there at the front in his nice yellow outfit, and it's just standard thing. A whole bunch of people standing there, all different sizes, and a couple of ships flying underneath them, and then it says Solo, a Star Wars story. I don't like that Star Wars story bit. I think it should still say anthology or just be Star Wars Solo or something like that.
Is it a photo montage or is it painting? It's photo, isn't it?
I think it's the photo.
Han's face is weird, isn't it? It looks like it's been stretched a bit.
That's the surprised Han Solo. He looks a bit like Ray Liotta in that picture, I think.
He does. He looks like a character too, I think.
But yeah, so this is the UK poster.
Is it? Well, we're lucky, aren't we? Look at us.
How lucky are we? We get a poster.
Look at us! Wow.
And you'll notice at the bottom there it says in cinemas Thursday, May 24th.
Yes.
So it comes out May 25th in the US.
And we get Infinity War the day earlier as well.
We do, and I stupidly booked my tickets for the Friday.
You dumbass. So, you should have known.
I'm so bad at booking tickets, though. I book them for the wrong week sometimes.
Why don't you book us a little ticket and I'll meet you in Milton Keynes? And watch it on the 4DX.
We could do that. I actually booked a ticket for a movie and went to see it with my wife. And we walked in, and there's a couple sitting in our seat. And I was like,
you punched them in the face.
No, I was like, these people are sitting in our seats, and we checked our tickets. So my wife walks up and she's like, "What the hell are you doing? Are you sitting in our seat?" And then the usher comes running in. And he goes, "Oh, sorry, I noticed that your ticket's for next week."
No, you idiot. Actually, you're not booking my ticket for Infinity War.
So I'm not very great at that. I've got a bad track record, and I've done that twice. The wrong week. I've done it twice.
Oh.
So yeah.
Dodgy. You shouldn't be that. Well, I'm still entranced by this poster.
Oh, good.
I like Show of Bush's. I like Show of Bush's. She looks like a femme fatale in it, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I like
a gun pointing up.
Yeah.
So you notice when you see her in the trailer as well, you see her at two different times, right? Because she's got long hair.
2 different time periods.
Short.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much it's going to jump.
Well, again, I think. I think it's definitely going to have 2 elements to it. I think there'll be the more flashbacky bit, or at least it could just be pre-credits. You know. I like Fandy Newton's look. She looks kind of hardcore.
Yeah, there was actually some stuff that came out the other day where they had little write-ups about each character. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't see him.
So Fanny Newton's character, she's one of the gang, that Woody Harrelson's character runs, and she's meant to be like some really good shot, like sharpshooter, and she's the one who's got the most. She's the most sort of cool and calm member of the team. Like she's the most collected one, and she doesn't really think much of Han Solo when she first meets him.
Yeah. No, I like. Well, I don't mind the poster. It's not like a. It's not as good as the main Star Wars posters, is it?
But it kind of is like those anyway. They all have that same look, don't they? A whole bunch of people, one big person, and everyone else below them smaller. Yeah. So anyway, it's a poster. Don't want to go on about that too long. What else? Star Wars Insider revealed conflicting story about Enfys Nest. So do you remember last week we talked about Enfys Nest, the baddie in Star Wars, the leader of the Cloud Riders?
Yeah. Empty nest.
Yeah.
She's got no kids. Yeah.
Right, and so
her kids have been killed.
And so that news had come out saying about her being a female. Then Star Wars Insider put out this, and this could be considered a spoiler, but I don't see why it is because it's in Star Wars Insider.
She's a hermaphrodite, right? Whatever it is.
Busy carving out a nefarious reputation as the violent and enigmatic leader of the gang of swoop-riding pirates, the Cloud Riders, the deadly Enfys Nest is an extremely dangerous and brutal marauder, with his face always obscured beneath a fearsome helmet. Nest is deadly, athletic, and percussively vicious. And then, and so you can see the... Before that, they put out things saying Enfys Nest is a female, it's not a big role, blah, 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 blah. And then there's a French translation that is in one of the, I think it's a Star Wars magazine or something, and it confirms that Enfys Nest was a female. This was last week, and now Star Wars Insider here is saying that Enfys Nest is a dude.
Who do we believe?
Or do you think there's more than one? Like, do you think there's two people?
I think it's a typo.
You think it's type? Do you think it's a girl? I think it's a girl because when you see, there's actually a photo.
It looks like a female.
Yeah, the body is smaller. You know,
it looks more female than Captain Phasma.
Yeah, well, for sure, yeah. So I was like, nah, that's a girl. So I think it is female, and I think they've just got a typo there. I think you're probably right, but it could be cool if there was like two of them. If there was like a brother and sister, you know.
Yeah, it could be cool.
But I don't think that's going to be.
I don't think it is.
So
I think you're wrong there.
So Star Wars Insider made a mistake, we think.
And ironically, they weren't inside her; they were inside him.
Yeah, apparently so. And then the Star Wars Databank has revealed new info on Dryden Vos. He's the new villain.
Who the hell is the Star Wars Databank?
Star Wars Databank. So if you put in any character name, it's the official. It's the database that tells you about all the Star Wars characters, ships, and all that stuff.
I normally go to Wikipedia.
So do most people. So if you go to StarWars.com, and then they've got their databank on there, and you can find all the stuff there.
Wikipedia.
I do as well, actually. But so what they say about Dryden Vos is Dryden Vos heads up an emerging criminal syndicate known as the Crimson Dawn. This organisation has quickly cemented a reputation for ruthlessness. This is true of its leader as well, though Vos is no crude cutthroat. He surrounds himself with luxury. Mm-hmm. So he's Paul Bettany, the Vision with scarred face.
Oh, that's old funny face. Scarred face. Yeah. Boba Fett.
Not. But,
fact.
Yeah, fact. With that, I mean, even when you look at the armor in that picture, because
it's nothing like Boba Fett.
It's not. It's got a Mandalorian helmet, sure, but the rest of it's got kind of like a. It looks like samurai type shoulder pads, and like it looks cool.
I don't think it's even his. I think it's just a trophy or something.
I think it is just like a display he's got, but it would be quite cool if he put it on. But at the same time, when I think of it like that, I'm like, you know what? You know how much I hated how they put all the Mandalorians in Rebels and in Clone Wars, and I'm just like, no.
You don't want a Mando in this.
Well, because when you saw Fett originally, right? He was unique. He was so interesting because of his armor. And remember how we talked about it before, that at the time it was like they were this ancient warrior race, and it's like, oh man, like, this is this guy, he wears their armor, and now it's like, oh no, there's Mandos everywhere, don't worry about it, he's not special. And I don't like that, so I prefer it if it is just a trophy in the background there, and he's got a whole bunch of other historical trophies and that kind of stuff. But but sounds quite cool. Crimson Dawn, it's quite a cool sounding criminal organisation. Yeah,
I think it's all good, man.
Do you think we'll ever see the Black Sun?
See, this would have been the film to have them, I think.
Why?
If you're getting into the underbelly and smuggling and crime.
Mm.
I mean, surely they've got to be referenced in this film.
Maybe they might mention.
Let's take a bet on it.
But then it depends as well on the crime families and all that in different planets and different parts of the galaxy. Like, would they necessarily be in that area? Like, would it just be shoehorning it in if they mention them?
Corellia is part of the core rim, isn't it? So, or whatever it is, what's it called? The core systems, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they're going to be anywhere, they're going to be there. I mean, they were in the book. Shadows of the Empire, wouldn't they?
Do you think they'll mention Dash Rendar?
Yes, I hope so. And what was that XR Khan or something his name?
Shizel, the green guy.
Shizel, yeah, that's it. Who's XR Khan?
He's like
he was that
expanding
dark
universe.
side.
He's a Sith Lord.
That's right. Oh, well done there. Anyway, can I talk a little on the related thing where we talk about the Solo film? I started listening to that Last Shot audiobook.
Yes, tell us about it.
Well, okay, I'm only about 2-3 hours in, and I think it's about a 10-hour book.
Okay, are you liking it so far?
To be honest, I'm struggling with it a little bit. Well, to be honest, I'm more of a Jedi and Sith kind of guy, and so this isn't automatically my cup of tea. Plus, it's read by 3 different people, and it's doing me head in.
What? Because they're doing the voices, or that it's just
no. So basically, it's set in 2 time periods. There's the period when 2 years after the Battle of Jakku. So just after Aftermath books, basically. Ben Solo's 2-year-old baby, toddler. Well, I don't know what that is. Okay. Baby thing. You should know in a minute. Soon you'll know. But what's the thingy? So it's a couple of years after Jakku. So Han and Leia are still together, but you can see Han's a bit funny and a bit weird. And that's read by Mark Thompson, who reads all the best books. Right. And he obviously does all the voices.
I was going to say, are they doing all the voices?
Yeah, and he does a really good Lando. He does a good Han. He does a good Leia, which is weird. He doesn't do such a good Ben Solo. So there's that bit. And then basically the story is so far that this robot attacked Lando.
Okay.
And it was his like normal droid, and then someone could alter the droid's programming, like not just like reprogramming, but make him change his feelings. Like it's from the droid's perspective. Like he gets turned to attack Lando, and Lando comes to get Han and basically says, "This is your fault. This is something that happened when you had the Falcon." And then you have like flashbacks. So then it keeps cutting back to flashbacks, and so the normal story there is being read by Mark Thompson, and I love him, so that's fine.
Yeah.
But then the Han Solo story is being read by the author, and the author is Daniel. Oh, I'm gonna have to try and remember the name now. Daniel Jose Older, and he's an American fantasy and young adult fiction writer, apparently. Right. I never heard of him, but he's got a very American, I don't know how to describe it, accent.
Well, is it like a southern accent?
Yeah, a bit sort of, yeah.
Right, okay.
Bit cool. If anything, it makes me think more of Lando than it does of Han.
Oh, okay.
Especially young Han. But also, because he's the author, I don't know if he's read his audiobooks before, but he's not very good at reading them, I don't think.
Is he just not good at reading?
Yeah, I think he reads, but I can't tell the difference when he's doing the voice of somebody and when he's just reading.
Okay, that was what I was going to ask you. Does he do the voices too?
He doesn't do the voices, but he sort of tries a little bit every now and again.
Right.
It's really weird. He's not very consistent. And then the Lando story, which is in the same, because it goes back to Han. The Han flashback is supposedly 10 years ago.
Which is around the time of the movie, right?
Yes. But I think it must be just after the movie, because Han is really sort of a little bit broken, and they're sort of alluding to he's had a breakup with a girl, so I'm assuming it's
Kira
Bush. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and obviously I think the Lando story is at the same time, because he's got the robot with him,
L337.
Yeah. But that story is being read by a woman. Right. Name, remember off the top of my head. What's the name? January Lavoie. Is that woman from Battlefront woman? I don't know.
Is that to do the voice of the droid?
Well, that's it. So I don't know if she's the woman that plays the droid in the film.
No, it's not.
Oh. Anyway, but she does all the Lando sort of monologues, and it's really it throws me off. Anyway,
because it
I'm
keeps
talking.
changing. Is that why?
Yeah, and also because those other two people don't suit. She doesn't suit being Lando, and the other bloke doesn't suit being Han.
Right.
And so that's why it's throwing me off. And also, it's a bit long. It's a bit long. To be honest, it's not. It hasn't gripped me at the moment. But I've got to give it a bit longer. I think I've got to give it a bit more of a chance. But it's not one of those books that I've really got to intently listen to this.
Okay.
I've sort of found my mind wandering a little bit. But I am interested in L3. She sounds like a really interesting character.
You know, L3,
really,
right? Have you seen the full picture of L3?
No.
Because L3 looks cool, like from the waist up, and then when you see L3's feet, they look stupid.
Well, in the book, they're saying that she basically built a lot of herself, added her own components and that kind of thing.
Her lower half is stumps, and she looks like she'd move like the old Star Wars action figures where they could only move forward and backwards. She looks like she'd move like that.
Oh. I just remember something else I was going to tell you in the group. Oh. Okay, well, I'll tell you on the podcast. Anyway, okay. So I'm reading it. It's okay so far, but it's also got Sana in it from the comics.
Oh, yeah.
It's really... So it's just like... Because Lando's teamed up with Sana. It's just... it's a bit shoehorned in again.
Right, okay.
There was something else in it. Oh, yeah. This is the weirdest thing, right? Ewoks, right? Would you say they are technologically advanced?
No.
Do you think they should be allowed to be receptionists, slicers, and things like that? I don't think they should. No. I think the point of them was they are primitives. Yeah?
Yeah, totally.
So there's a slicer Ewok in this book.
That's just dumb.
I mean, it's only 2 years after the Battle of Jakku, so it's only about 3 years after the Battle of Endor. And they're telling me in 3 years, this Ewok has learned how to, not only the concept of computers, but how to slice them and become an expert spy woman.
Apparently so. That's craziness.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that.
No, I don't like that.
And that's one of those things that you might get in, you get that in sort of like comics, like that aren't canon.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't think that they should be in there otherwise, because when did this have taken place? When did this Ewok have learnt all that stuff?
Well, that's exactly my point. It was like, it's just, well, when? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make sense. And like I say, I mean, first of all, it's a stretch that Wookiees are so bloody technological.
No, because Wookiees are meant to be good with technology, right? They've always been like that. They've always been considered good with tech.
Well, they live in bloody trees.
I know, but they do have technology there.
Well, they don't have much technology on Kashyyyk, do they?
But they've always meant to be really technology advanced. That's what I've always known that about Wookiees for some reason since I was a kid. So that's always been a thing as far as I was concerned. But with Ewoks, the whole point,
that's because we've known Chewbacca and he's always been technologically savvy.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, everything we've seen of Kashyyyk, it's not a very technologically advanced place. So it's a bit weird that they've been taught how to be. It seems to me that was introduced to the Wookiees when the Empire started taking over, or the bloody clones, whatever they were doing. Because in episode 3 they weren't technologically advanced. They didn't have guns and stuff, did they?
They did have guns.
No,
I'm sure they did. They had
the troopers did. The clones did. They were using the clone stuff, but they didn't have their own.
Did the Wookiees have guns? I'm pretty sure they did. And they were good with grenades as well.
And sticks.
But yeah, as I say, with the Ewoks, no, the whole point of them was to show that they were like a primitive race.
Okay. Anyway,
yeah.
Enough of that. We'll talk more about the book once I've actually read it properly. I just want one more thing to talk about on the Solo film. I've just sent you some pictures on Thingy Messenger.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was in a shopping centre today, and I saw the Millennium Falcon Lego display for the new kit.
Oh yeah.
Now look at this picture, my friend.
I see.
Now, basically, what I'm showing Jay and I'll put it on the Facebook group, is the Falcon from the Solo film design, but the front bits have been opened up like they normally look.
Yeah.
So I'm asking
so it
Jay here,
opens.
do you think this is just a toy feature, or do you think in the film this is almost a sign that we're definitely going to see it without the bit in the middle?
Well, yeah. So in the movie, then, do you think that's saying that it actually just comes apart and opens?
Well, I mean, I'm imagining probably not, but because that thing next to it looks like maybe the
like
bit
the
that
bit
was
that
in the
goes
middle,
in the middle, yeah.
like an escape pod or something.
Yeah, I reckon that we do see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost because they wouldn't have the toy version do it if it doesn't happen in the film, would they?
No, they wouldn't. So that's cool, man. Where did you see that?
Little scoop, man. That's in Westfield, in London.
That is a scoop.
What a scoop, eh? I should put that on some Star Wars Holo Newsnet databank thing.
And I love how they just spoiled it.
Yeah, I mean, again, don't have the display with the thing split. You know what I mean?
Right? Because when you look at the instruction thing you've put up
Yeah,
there
I
as
tried
well.
to take a picture of the instructions as well. But
That's cool, man.
yeah,
But yeah, I think that you will see it come out like that. I think they'll use that part and it'll be lost, and then the Falcons just look as it is from that point onwards.
so that's an exclusive thing. Why don't you do some news thing on that, Jay, or something, and get it famous? We could sell that to someone.
Well, just post it on somewhere, dude.
Okay.
Send it to StarWarsNewsNet.com.
Yeah, all right. I'll send it to Ron Howard. Say, look what they've done.
Hey, Ron, we know what happens.
I'll say,
Yeah,
Richie.
tweet it to him, dude. Tweet it to him.
Hey.
Right. Cool.
Right.
Anything
Han
else,
Solo
or is
news?
that
No.
it?
What, in terms of news?
In terms of everything.
Read Darth Vader comic.
Okay, and how was that?
Good.
Yeah.
I liked it. Yeah.
Do you want to say anything else?
It's still it's on Mon Calamari, so we're finding out how Mon Calamari got involved in the rebellion, basically.
Okay.
And yeah, it's cool. Darth Vader's in the water.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Would he not just sink?
Well, there's pretty much that was a cliffhanger at the end.
Ah, right.
So, but it's good. And the other thing is Star Wars Battlefront news.
Okay, yeah, you've been wanting to talk about this technologically advanced race.
Yeah, so on my Ewok hatred, luckily this week I've managed to try and shoot some, because we had the update come through on Wednesday for Battlefront 2. And along with that update was, obviously the progression system came down the line last month, but now this month is where you can spend the credits. So,
Woohoo.
and it's all on appearances. And so lots of different appearances for the different types of First Order and Resistance officers and heavies and that have been released. There's also been Endor versions of Han and Leia being released, which look quite cool. There was a Kylo with a scar, Yoda with a hood, and also Achu Rey. So those things have come down. And then also they've released a limited edition new game mode called Ewok Hunt, which is basically a horror story, and it's pretty cool.
It's a horror story.
Yeah, because basically what it is it starts out with 2 people as Ewoks, and everyone else, I think there's 15 stormtroopers. And the stormtroopers are on Endor in the night, and you can only see by using your gun light. It's literally like a tunnel light, and you're a stormtrooper, and you're being hunted by these Ewoks,
Brilliant.
right? And then every time an Ewok kills a stormtrooper, you become an Ewok. And so there's more Ewoks after you.
Okay, that's quite
It's
cool.
bloody annoying. Because
So the
it's
2
really,
people that are Ewoks, does it randomise who it is? Or...
yeah. So
right, okay.
so every game when you start, it randomizes 2 of you to be the Ewoks.
Right.
So and then once you're an Ewok, then the more people you kill, the more Ewoks you get. And basically, the game is the stormtroopers have got to survive long enough for the ship to come down and collect them, and they've got to make it to the ship. Or the Ewoks have got to kill them all. And so if some stormtroopers escape, the stormtroopers win, and if the Ewoks kill all the stormtroopers, then the Ewoks win.
Excellent.
It's quite fun, basically.
That actually sounds like one of the best game modes they've ever done.
And what's brilliant is, like, when you're playing a stormtrooper, you can hear like the heavy breathing, like it's sort, like Blair Witch kind of moment.
Yeah.
Like, it's all this. It's brilliantly done. It is fun.
So you play scared stormtroopers.
Yeah, you do, and also you can do an emote where they cry. So it was quite cool. But the only thing I find really hard is it's all in the view when you're just looking for the gun.
It's all in first person.
And I can't play that.
Yeah, I hate that as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's not when you're an Ewok.
I was going to say, so as an Ewok, it's third person, right?
Yeah, and the Ewok has got, oh, right, yeah. The weapon is from the Caravan of Courage films.
Oh, okay.
Those little light, glowing little creature things.
Yeah.
And basically what the Ewoks have done is just caught them, put them in a bag, and they throw them at the stormtroopers.
So that's what you use?
Yeah, there's that, and they've got a horn. They got that's the other thing. Like, the horn is what boosts the Ewok's powers. So, like, you're a stormtrooper, and all of a sudden you hear this horn, and you know that an Ewok's about to kill you. It's funny. It's worth having a go at anyway.
I'll have to see if I've got the game around here anywhere. But if I have, I might have to try that one out.
It's worth a go, and it's only limited, so I don't know how long it's on for. I know they've got a challenge going on for 4 days at the moment.
So that's hey, look, we've come out with a really good game mode, so we're not going to keep it in the game.
Well, no, they've said it might come back. I think because they did that with the jetpack cargoes as well. I don't know if you played any of those.
Nah, I didn't.
That was another limited edition mode where they started off on Tatooine, but they've also done it on Bespin now as a limited go. So it'll be back anyway.
Right. Okay. Cool. Well, if I've still got it here, because as you know, I'm packing at the moment, so I'll have to have a look. If I've still got it, I'll try it out.
Yeah.
Cool. Top tip from
Colin.
Well
worth a bit of fun.
Definitely. Right. I think that's it for this week then.
That'll do, won't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do. We've been going for 40 odd minutes. So.
Not by the time we edit all my bollocks out.
Right. So, yeah, that's it for this week. You can find us on Facebook and the group, which is Star Wars Conversations. You can also find us on Twitter at Star Wars Conversations, or use the hashtag Star Wars Conversations, or Star Wars Convo, hashtag Star Wars Convo.
Yeah.
And it's also at Star Wars Convo. And that's the same for Instagram. And we're on Stitcher.
You're on Instagram now as well.
Yeah, I've been on it for ages. I actually only made my Instagram
You were
account.
lurker.
No, I made my Instagram account because there was a Star Wars competition, and I wanted to win something, and I didn't win. And then I thought, you know what, I might try it out. So I've just been trying it out recently. But yeah, you can also get us on Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes. You can find me on Twitter at EagleEye1933, I think I am. And you can find Colin at...
Colin, where am I? At Captain Colin.
And you can also find us on the Taylor Network of Podcasts. Tell them about it, Colin.
Well, I will. It's the brilliant feed with loads of different podcasts from lots of brilliantly creative and cool, geeky type stuff. So things like Go Trek Yourself with JK and Daryl, and Nothing's On with Jim, Daryl, and my favourite wonderful person, the most wonderful Donnie, and Double Pace Spread with Wendy, and we literally have just last week guested on her show, so hopefully that will be out in the next week or so. So definitely check out Double Pace Spread. We talk a bit about Star Wars comics and just random stuff. Jay's a bit moany in it, so
I think that I was a bit drunk.
You were a bit drunk, yeah. But there's loads of brilliant podcasts on there. So comics, culture stuff, anything you want to know about geeky, check it out.
Cool. Right, there you go. So, yeah, until next week.
Punch it, Chewie.
May the Force be with you.